Alright, how's it going? What's up? I'm here to talk to you about something a little more serious today. Something that's been kind of bothering me a little bit. Alright, so got a couple things to show you, and then a couple things that are going to go into um, some things that I've dug up in the last week or so. Alright, so about a week ago or so, Be More Royal and I were playing some Fortnite. You can check him out at twitch.tv/Be More Royal. As of the recording of this video, Champ 3 in Rocket League, moving up in the ranks though. So, all right. So, just want to show you real quick. We're in a game. We're heading towards the end of the game. As you can see here, there's 4 people left. 2 of them being me and Be More Royal. So now I made some mistakes in this game that led to my demise, but that's not where the insidious nature of this video comes in. So here you can see Be More Royal goes down, and I go in and bandaged myself up. You know, I couldn't leave myself open in case they came in blasting. And then I decided to pick Be More Royal up after this. So let's watch. Here I make a series of 3 pretty serious mistakes that lead to my demise.
It is.
Maybe you should just go 1v1 then. Come on, put the fucking
Alright, as I'm running up here, mistake number 1, I jump off this build. I don't build myself down. I let myself drop and get hurt. Mistake number 2, pass up 2 med kits that could have brought me back to 100 health. Probably had enough time. They were kind of focusing over there on the build that we just made around Be More Royal. And I come into this fight completely forgetting that I had 13 rockets in my rocket launcher. So I get outgunned here. Boom.
What the fuck?
Oh, how the fuck did I not kill that bitch?
How did I die though?
Because I got outgunned. But there you see, Be More Royal ask a very serious question. How did he die? How did he die when there was only 3 of us left?
And I just died.
Let's take a look at this again real quick. So there's 3 people left. There's me, Be More Royal, and then the player that's hiding behind the wall. Pay attention, that player's hiding behind a wall underneath the staircase that they built. Boom, outgunned. But wait, let's look again, real quick. Let's look at a couple more things here. So Be More Royal is skirting around the edge of the storm here. We'll take a closer look at that here in a second. But you can see right here, right at the exact moment that he loses his 50 shield and his 100 health. So Be More Royal, skirting the edge of the storm. Even if he was in the storm, at its highest damage rate, the storm takes off 10 damage per second, and it does not take away your shield. And then at the moment that he was shot and killed, the character under the stairs, gun was facing that way, was directly looking at me and focused on the gun battle with me, outgunning me, of course. But yet somehow, Be More Royal gets taken down. So I did a little bit of looking into it, alright? I did a little bit of looking into it, a little bit of digging through the conspiracy circles online. Some things that I found were some pretty disturbing. For those of you that grew up in the 90s, there was a show on TV on Fox called The X-Files. The X-Files was a science fiction show about all the supernatural things that happened in the world, and it was about 2 FBI agents, Fox Mulder and Dana Scully, who were part of a special branch of the FBI to investigate these. Here's the thing that you don't know. Chris Carter, he was the screenwriter, and he was the creator of the X-Files. Chris Carter is a government shill. Chris Carter is a CIA asset that has been implanted into Hollywood to discredit supernatural incidents happening. So the X-Files, one of the main people of the X-Files, one of the main antagonists of the X-Files was the cigarette smoking man, or Carl Gerard Bush. All right, so CGB Spender was what they called him, or he said his name was in the show. That wasn't his name at all. The whole X-Files show was the memoirs of this man, the cigarette smoking man. They were all real incidents that happened during his tenure as a covert CIA agent. The real name of this man was Carl Gerard Bernstein. All right, Carl Gerard Bernstein. Stay with me now. All right, this is a lot to piece through. There's a lot of documents out there. You can do all the research yourself on this. But Carl Gerard Bernstein was a CIA asset that all the bad things that you can think of that happened, all the conspiracies that happened, assassination of Kennedy, it was Bernstein. Suicide of Jeffrey Epstein, Clinton's not Bernstein. He's dead. He's long dead. But everything that happened during the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So whenever Kennedy was assassinated, he was running around doing assassinations whenever his son here, Chris Carter, which is also an alias, that's his CIA name. Chris Carter was just 7 years old. So the cigarette smoking man, in the show, they did a few things to try to humanize him. The musings of the cigarette smoking man, you can see as part of his character arc. For those of you that were fans of the show, tried to make him give you a backstory to him. It's all bullshit. That backstory is all 100% bullshit. All right, so the cigarette smoking man was Chris Carter's father, Carl Gerard Bernstein. All right. So in the show, they did talk about his son, Jeffrey Spender, who was actually Chris Carter. And also they made a reference to Fox Mulder being his son and him knowing Fox Mulder's mother and father whenever they were younger. Here's the thing with that. All bullshit. Fox Mulder's real name was actually River Thornton. The guy that they based the character off of, his name was River Thornton, and he was actually a FBI agent that started to become suspicious about the supernatural things that they were seeing in some of their cases and so they put him into a part of the secret, government cabal. Put him in this know-nothing bullshit assignment. And made him think that he was investigating the supernatural presences and everything. And one of the puppet masters of this was Carl Gerard Bernstein. But anyway, so Dana Scully, his partner in the show, you can't find her name. It's redacted from everything. But she was a CIA plant into the FBI as part of this whole conspiracy to drive River Thornton insane, and they actually did drive him insane, and they murdered him and covered it up and made it look like a suicide. So Fox Mulder, that whole part of the show, is all fiction. That's the only part of the show that is any sort of fiction whatsoever. But in the show also, they talk about how the cigarette smoking man was married. He was married to Chris Carter's mother, Cassandra. That's not her real name either. But anyway, he was married to her, and they did end up getting divorced. That's all true. So as part of his assignments, he made frequent trips to Area 51. So there's been recent things in the news with the Area 51 raids about clapping alien cheeks. Well, that's the thing. Carl actually did that. Carl did fall in love with an alien, female alien. And the female aliens, none of the aliens at Area 51 had names. They all have codes assigned to them. The alien that he fell in love with her code was QTAC 1000. So QTAC 1000. He fell in love with her. He had a relationship with her, a sexual relationship with her, and ended up getting her pregnant. So when she had her baby, she passed away, and the baby was left to be raised in Area 51 as a human-alien hybrid. The spooks there at Area 51, they didn't know much about giving birth to a alien-human hybrid at that point, but now they're much more equipped for that. They become they're pumping out human-alien hybrids every day now. But anyway, so their daughter Q-TAC 1000 and Carl Bernstein's daughter was left to be raised by Area 51. And all the reports that you can find, everything that you can find on the whole situation, everything points to her name being Harley. No last name. He didn't give her last name, but Harley was the code word that was assigned to her. All right, so that daughter grew up, and there's only one possible explanation. That daughter grew up to be Q1K. It's all there. That's the only possible goddamn explanation to how she could shoot two people at once using her alien superpowers. Harley Q1000. It's a conspiracy, folks. You call it a conspiracy theory, I call it a conspiracy fact. All right? Don't come at me like that, all right? It's the only goddamn explanation for how we lost that.